This is the Motorola E5 Plus, a budget smartphone from the year 2018. Motorola has always been at the forefront of offering excellent smartphones at really low prices, and the E5 Plus is no exception. With its massive display and monstrous battery that could even outlast some higher-end flagship devices, the E5 Plus still packs a punch today. And in this video, we'll take a closer look at what it's like using the Motorola E5 Plus in 2020 and see if it's still worth your money. But firstly, don't forget to hit that like button and check out my channel, and if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, click that bell notification button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm also on Discord and Instagram, to which I post teasers and behind the scenes of upcoming videos and all the other stuff that I usually don't post on YouTube. You can find me on those too using the links down in the description below. Alright, let's jump right in. So the phone I'll be using in this video is a Cricket Wireless Moto E5 Plus, which I bought off eBay for a mere $10. And when I got it, it was in bad condition. I did a separate repair video on this phone, and you can find a link to that video in the card above and down in the description below. I use this phone on a daily basis alongside my iPhone 11 as my secondary phone, and all what I have to say is based on about 3 months of daily use. The Motorola E5 Plus can be found for around $200 brand new or $50 to $100 used. They can be found unlocked outside the US. However, these phones are always locked to either Sprint or Cricket Wireless within the US. So unless you wish to use those two wireless providers, you should look elsewhere if you reside within the United States. For a phone priced as it is, the Motorola E5 Plus brings with it a whole plethora of features such as a huge battery and display, a fingerprint scanner, a quad-core processor, and of course fast charging. Traits of being a device offered by Motorola, who continuously reigns supreme as having the best features in the budget phone market. The Moto E5 Plus is a large phone at 6.3 inches tall and 2.9 inches wide, weighing in at 196 grams. It's built of plastic and is not the most sturdy and premium feeling phone anyone would find. The choice of materials is obviously to cut down on cost, which has been put to better use elsewhere in the device, as we will see in a bit. My phone has a gap between the display and frame due to a manufacturing defect in the replacement display, and this gap does not exist in a standard E5 Plus, so please ignore it. The Motorola E5 Plus features a 6-inch display with a resolution of 720 by 1440 and a pixel density of 260 pixels per inch. Its 18 by 9 aspect ratio is perfect for content consumption, and the screen is a good example of a mid-range LCD display. Its color accuracy and viewing angles hold up well today, and it does an excellent job even after 2 years. The massive 6-inch display makes it hard to use with one hand. However, Motorola considered this issue and included a feature built into Motorola's Moto Action software that allows a simple swipe to shrink the screen so that it can be used with one hand, similar to the reachability feature that was introduced on the iPhone 6. Its glass is Corning Gorilla Glass of an unspecified model. The E5 Plus runs Android 8 Oreo and sadly cannot be upgraded to Android 9 or newer. This is due to the fact that the phone is budget oriented or the fact that Motorola trusted Sprint and Cricket to follow up on updates, which sadly most carriers don't end up doing. This was also the case with some other Motorola devices. Despite not receiving major OS updates, the Motorola E5 Plus still receives security updates on a regular basis. However, Android 8 Oreo is still more than usable in 2020. The E5 Plus offers a near-stock Android experience with a few bloat apps based on the network it's from. Heavy game titles like Pokemon Go run well and only slow down just slightly when the screen becomes clustered with many objects. Popular titles like Asphalt, PUBG, and Fortnite would run without any issue on this phone. Motorola has included its Moto Action software as well, which allows for many great gestures and shortcuts such as twist to open the camera, chop to turn on the flashlight, swipe down to shrink the screen, raise to silence, and flip for do not disturb. Android 8 still runs smoothly on the E5 Plus, and all apps on the Google Play Store run just fine on it. It keeps the E5 Plus running well, with apps opening fast and multitasking being a breeze to do. I barely notice any stutter on this phone, and it could be made to work even faster with launchers such as Nova Launcher and Square Home Launcher. The large screen accommodates for more apps on screen as well as widgets and many more. A news flow section is accessible while swiping to the right while on the first page, which allows for quick access to current news topics and weather data. So, looking under the hood, we can see that the E5 Plus rocks decent specifications. It features a Qualcomm Snapdragon 425 quad-core processor clocked in at 1.4 GHz, based on a 28nm process. It also has an Adreno 308 as its GPU. It's offered in two variants, with the 16GB model having 2GB of RAM and the 32GB model variant sporting 3GB of RAM. It also has a microSD card slot for expansion. These specifications support the near-stock Android 8 experience really well, as the phone performs great today and does not lag or stutter as mentioned earlier. Android mods and custom flashes can extend and improve the usability of these specs if one knows how to install them. However, even in its stock state, the E5 Plus's specifications hold up really well today. The Motorola E5 Plus features a 12MP f2.0 aperture camera with laser autofocus and an LED flash. It has the ability to record video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. It also features an LED flash accompanying the front 5MP shooter, which is quite unusual but not uncommon on mid-range smartphones. Here are some samples from the rear camera, and as you can see, the photo quality is decent but nothing too spectacular. It heavily depends on lighting conditions and has pretty mediocre dynamic range. I feel that Motorola cut down on camera performance to make up for the other features. And here is a video sample as well. The E5 Plus features a massive 5000 mAh battery which could easily last 2 days on moderate use and even longer on light use. The battery is ideal for long gaming sessions and you wouldn't find yourself reaching for the charger too often. It supports fast charging up to 15 watts and the battery is non-removable by the user. And here's a quick test of the rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. So as a final conclusion, I'd like to say that the Motorola E5 Plus is a perfectly usable smartphone here in 2020 if one is in the market for a decent low-end smartphone. It can still run all the apps on the Play Store, has an impressive large display, an excellent battery life for extended use, and is overall a very solid deal if you can get it for cheap off websites like eBay. However, its lack of OS updates, below average camera performance, and build quality are the only three things that hold it down. However, if one is looking for a phone that does these three things better, I'd recommend a Nokia 6.1 or any of Nokia's Android One program devices, which are given support for a very long time. These phones can be bought for a similar price to the E5 Plus. So finally, that's it for this video and I hope it helped you with your purchasing decision. Thanks for watching and don't forget to hit that like button and check out my channel, and if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thumbs up and I'll see you guys in my next video.